Welcome back to 57 on this Thursday. We are cruising through this 24th of March. I'm Austin Reed. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Austin Reed on Air. You just saw Milo, and now we are talking to Kalim. Did I say your name right?
Yes,
okay.
Correct.
All right.
Perfect.
I don't know how to... Is it Jahan?
Jabari.
Or Jabari. I just got these glasses, and they are... First of all, they don't even fit me very well, and... they're just not my...
Got it.
My eyesight's... I'm getting old. My eyesight's... I need to just go to the eye doctor and get, like...
Right on.
frames. So I love your frames, though.
Thank you.
Perfect for a hot spring day here in Fresno.
Picked them up in Fashion Fair Mall.
I like them.
Thank you.
Hey, I actually saw some of the pictures that you sent in yesterday, and I was kind of looking at them, and I was like, holy crap, these are really good.
Thank you.
You're another local artist,
yes.
And here we go. So I'm just, as we look through these pictures, I want you to just kind of walk us through the journey.
This one here, I did maybe circa 2008. It's from Gustave Moreau, St. George and the Dragon, really famous artist as well as theme. And I just was sitting in a library one day flipping through some art stock books and saw something I liked and started sketching it right there. And this is what I got just that afternoon.
Now, how long have you been drawing?
Since I was 2 years old, I'm now 39.
Oh, you look way younger than 39.
Thank you.
So you can remember?
Yes.
All through your
Pictographic,
childhood.
almost videographic, sono, whatever the smell thing is, olfactory graphic. It just brings it all back, and I do draw from a lot of my experiences growing up, as well as media, you know, all different sorts of Jetsons to manga to American cartoon, Tex Avery as well as Disney, you know, just kind of throw it all together, and here is what we get.
This one is super, super cool. Let's talk about this.
On the left?
The one that on the right. That
on
one,
the right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my take on Storm, one of the leaders of the X-Men. I did take a lot of experience or reference from Jim Lee's X-Men, or his take on X-Men characters, and kind of incorporated that. So I wanted to do one with her.
Dude, I'm
on the rooftop,
fan of X-Men. That's
on the
so
rooftop,
cool.
lighting up her nighttime nightcap.
That's great. Here's another lady. Who's this?
And just a character I drew from like media. You know, a lot was going on when I drew it as far as in the Middle East. So I made a group of characters around like strong women phenotypes.
Right.
You know, not necessarily. You know, there's a lot that can be interpreted from it. You know, but not from like an adversarial point, but more of a support role that women do inside of military. You know, that we're not aware of.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
and they may look a certain way, but you know, they are allies.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. No, I like that. This one. The next one that we're seeing, a little bit different.
Yes. I love Japanese and Chinese single-stroke watercolors and brush work, as well as calligraphy. And this is just my take on something simplistic, where I did some background underpainting and then layered it with foil as well as metallic. Yes, and
that's a whole that takes a lot of energy, right?
It was a couple afternoons spent just laying down the underpainting. Was maybe 2 or 3 afternoons. Yeah.
But then when you see that, it's worth it, right?
Yes. Oh yes.
Like,
oh man, I have to hide them from people sometimes.
Stop looking.
Yeah.
Here's this next one. This is a nice kind of contrast with the yellow and the blue, and I guess kind of like a greenish, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of green and blue tones in there, and I wanted to keep the neons, which play a big role in my work, inside of the work, you know, to highlight everything. And it's more of in a destructive post-apocalyptic theme, you know, where juxtaposed inside of a lot of the shapes, you see popular brands. You can see Adidas, Toyota, Nike, to say.
Monster.
Yes,
right?
Monster, yes. And
that doesn't say that I don't drink energy drinks.
Oh man, I just finished one off before I got here.
I haven't had one today. Actually, I cut back. I used to have one every day. And I'm talking the 32 ounce.
Oh, wow, big boy.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Oh.
So I've cut back to about 2 days a week. That's
not
better,
bad.
right? Yeah.
So 32 divided by 2 days. Okay.
I'm saving money at least, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's
probably
right.
my digestive system and my heart. This is a cool one. I remember seeing this one yesterday. So
Okay.
who are these?
Well,
cool
this
people?
is actually my boss or brother, if you will, whom I work with, and our next door coworker. They were outside throwing a ball against the wall, and I took a picture and then sketched it that afternoon and presented it to him. And he's like on the floor, like, "You just did that," and I'm like, "Yeah." And here you go. And I gave him a copy, you know.
So you could totally do custom work.
Yes, totally.
You know, if somebody
Yes,
like a family that wants, you know,
Yes,
you need to do one for me, my wife, and kids.
That would be awesome.
You know?
I'd be honored.
Because what you're doing is so much more meaningful than just a picture.
I'd like to think so.
You know, I mean,
and I kind of leave it up to the person commissioning me, you know, for what they want it to mean.
Right,
you know, where I may just be putting lines on paper, and it means so much more to them.
Right.
You know, and I value that.
this is a kind of, I think, back to the Japanese culture,
Yes.
right?
Yes, the single stroke watercolor style. I was out with my kids at a park.
How old are your kids?
10 and just turned 9.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Okay, very cool. That's a cool
Yes,
age.
boy and girl.
Boy and girl. Oh, you got lucky.
Yes, yes, I
One of
did.
each.
Yes.
So you were out with him?
Yes, I was out with the kids, and I sat down at their
Kids.
craft table and broke out some of their markers and just saw something on my phone I liked and did my take on it, and that's what came to.
Yeah, that's freaking great. You know,
Love
I
it.
could totally see that. You know, teasers here in the Tower District?
I do,
Yeah,
right up the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I could totally see that hanging in there. You know,
I may have to stop
I know.
by.
I'm giving you some ideas, right? We've got just a couple minutes left, but I want to see if we can keep going through these pictures because I want to try to get as many on as possible. So take it
Awesome.
away with this one.
And this I started a couple years ago, so there's 2 years of underpainting as far as texture under this one, and it is calligraphy, and is inside of the moon and also the tree form there. Yes.
All right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yes, and I just layered it on. I used palette knives, which I'm not too familiar with, but I'd like to mess around, you
Yeah.
know, throw colors. And the medium is a custom that I made myself. You can't find it anywhere kind of thing. Just mixed it up and laid it down, and I'm pleased with it.
Yeah. No, it looks freaking awesome.
Thank you. And by the way, it's 4 feet wide and 5 feet tall.
It's
It's a
big.
centerpiece.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right. For sale right now.
It is.
Very good. Okay. Let's go to the next one. I remember this one. Unity. It says unity is
Strength.
strength. Division is weakness. Yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
At a time when we need the most unity. I believe I made this in 2014, and there was so much going then.
Yeah, that was 8 years ago.
Yes.
And there was a lot going on.
Yes, there was so much, you know. So I made this one afternoon sitting in the courtyard, and just kind of came to me. I saw a beautiful lady online, and I used her as my reference, but built all the details around her to make that. And then the caption kind of came to me, so I just jotted it down and put it on the bottom, painted it right on there.
There you go. All right, we've got this one now. Who is this?
The reference is actually Erica Badu, and it's inside of her Instagram. And I wanted to incorporate the American Indian, indigenous people, as well as African, Nigerian people as well, and different figures behind her, and give her more of a kind of battered, beaten, kind of warrior type look, you know. And just
But still strong.
very strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
You know, and at the time I did this work, you know, there was a whole lot of things going on in Europe, as well as in the Arab world, as well as always in Africa, you know, and here in our soil. And I just wanted to show something that shed light on a strong female presence.
And a minority, too.
Yes, as well.
Strong minority, you know.
Yes.
Okay, next up, my wife will kill me, but I
Hey.
like this one.
I see
art,
things.
Everybody, it's art.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you know, everybody is art. You know, every form is art.
Right.
We can look at that fan and say, "Hey, somebody had to design it. That's art."
Yeah.
You know, but I just saw something that spoke to me, and I drew it.
Yep.
And this is a digital where I am very new to it, and it may seem otherwise, but I've done less than 100 digitals in my life.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
and I just kind of got hip to it and do what I do, and it comes out to my liking. So,
oh my gosh,
there we have it.
Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left, so we'll maybe
Segue.
show two more.
Okay,
Okay, let's
that'd be
show
great.
two more. I remember this one.
Yes, it's a popular photo from, I believe it was in the UK, and I believe it was across the BBC that this was displayed, and I found reference there and incorporated that into my work there. You know, there were some gentlemen that were walking towards her, and I kind of etched them out and put in some more relevant figures there, you know.
That, I mean, it's so cliche, but
Yes.
that picture is worth a million words.
Thank you.
You know, I mean,
Thank you.
it really is. So, people can connect with you. What's the best way? Instagram or
Instagram.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. And
It's-
that's at @kjab_art.
Correct.
Easy peasy. I could read that.
Hey,
so-
that's good.
That's
Those
something.
glasses are working.
Thank you for coming on.
You're
Keep
welcome.
up the great work. And I did want to ask you, your kiddos, seeing daddy do stuff like this, what do they say?
They love it. They're artists in their own right. My son builds fingerboards and also miniature skate parks, decks, and decks them out with stickers, and he's on his way to produce some for the population. And my daughter's an artist as well. They do tie-dye shirts and all sorts of things. And they love every aspect. I show them my most gritty work to my most calmest work, and they're just like, wow.
Amazing.
Yes.
I wish my daughters took any interest in my career. They just could care less. They're annoyed. They're like, I want to see daddy. I don't care. So, hey, good to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
Likewise.
I'll see you
Thank you
again
so
soon,
much.
okay? Come back
Thank you.
anytime, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm Austin Reed. That's going to wrap it up for artists and authors. We are going to be back in a few minutes with more of Central Valley business. So stay with us.